year, and a heck of a lot more than we've had so far this year.
Well, we've had a tenth of an inch this year, to give you an idea. So they had 100 times that in about a 2-day period. Big problems there, especially along those coastal ranges where you push that moisture up the mountains. And it's great to talk about nerdly stuff because we don't get that much stuff to talk about here. But
any kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's interesting there because they're getting pasted with a lot of rain still even tonight. We've got that storm headed in our direction, but unfortunately it's probably not going to roll right on through. Details on that to come. 52 in the metro. East-northeast winds for us at 7 miles an hour. Across the state right now, 30s and 40s for us off to the north, 40s and 50s down to the south. Still a little warmer than that around T or C at 61 degrees. Today's high is not bad, very comfortable out there, 50s and 60s all across northern New Mexico and down to the south. Temperatures for the most part were in the 70s. Those will warm even more over the next couple of days. Storm system sitting over California now. It will advance in our direction. But guess what? It's going to do exactly what all the other storms have done. Go too far to the north to really help us out with a lot in the way of precip. So here's a look at what we expect for winds for tomorrow. And it's not a good setup here. Wind advisories across the northeast tomorrow, 20 to 30 mile an hour winds with gusts to 50, gusts to 40 across the southeast, gusts to 30 in the southwest. Here in the metro and in Santa Fe as well, gusts to about 35 miles an hour and gusts around 35 in the northwest as well. So another round of big time winds for us again for tomorrow as this storm system starts to approach. It's got some pretty good moisture with it. It's given the Sierra a couple feet of snow, but as it approaches us, it just rides too far to the north. We've seen that happen to us so many times this winter and now spring that it's become pretty much the norm. And the real problem for us is the fact that it's not just one system coming in tomorrow and going too far to the north. There's another one behind this and really a series of these things that are going to ride off to our north over the next few days. So the wind we're going to get tomorrow isn't really going to go away. It's going to stay very gusty for us across the area into the weekend. Now, there's some hope that a Sunday storm could finally start to drop into the state here. Right now, that's over the Pacific, and Sunday's the timing we're looking at. Mountain snow would be possible with this, some spot rain in central sections, and windy statewide. But as you can tell with the bust potential, meaning the chances that this doesn't work out, those are at 75% because this storm now is starting to show signs of shearing off and going too far to our north to really help us out. We'll know a little more over the next 24 hours, but this is not a good setup for us. It continually happens. And if we get rain, staying out of the picture here for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and we get wind staying in the picture for the next 2 to 3 weeks, at some point, it's really going to get rough as far as fires go for us. I mean, we've already had some bad ones, and it could get much, much worse. So please be careful out there. Sun and clouds for tomorrow across the four corners. Wind gusts up to around 35, 40 miles an hour. Your extended forecast for Durango and Farmington could grab a couple showers into the weekend here. We'll see if we can squeeze a few of those out. But otherwise, it's looking fairly dry and fairly windy. Down to the south and west, temperatures here 60s and 70s for tomorrow. Southwest winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. So be prepared once again for more red flag warnings for you guys all across the south. You got those red flag warnings in place through tomorrow. 83 Roswell, 77 Port Tallis, and 75 in Clovis. Southwest winds up to about 40 miles an hour in Roswell. We're going to keep those temperatures pretty warm through Friday. Then we'll cool down a little bit over the weekend. But again, the winds stay elevated through about the next 4 days. North and east, temperatures here 50s and 60s. Southwest winds up to 35 miles an hour sustained, gusting to 50 miles an hour. And it will be very windy over the northern mountains as well, especially those east slopes. 53 Angel Fire, 49 Red River, 58 in Towson and Santa Fe. For tomorrow, temperatures in the low 60s, 62 in town, then 59 for Friday. Maybe a shower Sunday if we can work that storm out. But again, the chances on that are looking more and more remote. 67 to Harris, 67 in Cedar Crest and out toward Moriarty and Estancia. Wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour here in the metro. High 60s for us tomorrow. Southwest winds 15 to 25, gusting to 35. And your extended forecast for the metro area. Well, the temperatures are great, but the winds are going to be an issue. Obviously, gusting to 35 tomorrow. I think we'll probably keep that going through Friday and into Saturday as well. You guys, we just can't seem to get anything going here.
What a bummer.
Yep.
All right. Well, Vanna's up next, and he's got a lot of sports, so stick around.
The thrilling 2011 Garcia